What's up, y'all? I'm Kyle. You're watching Drivin and Vibin. Today, Olivia and I are going to be updating you on the progress of the Airstream, what projects we're working on, and where we're headed, so stay tuned.
To our channel, everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Right now I am working on creating a template of our bed platform so that we can go ahead and order our custom mattress. We're gonna get one from Mattress Insider and they're gonna make it to the exact curve of the front of the Argosy. So I'm really excited to get this sent off in the mail because they have a pretty quick turnover time, and it'll be nice to just finally get a mattress and have it ready to move in when we get done with the cabinets.
So one of the other projects we've been working on, and also a baby modification. Many people ask about that, if we made any modifications now that we are pregnant. And the answer is, yeah, we have made a few so far. And the first one being this shelving unit up here, which is gonna be cabinets. We originally were gonna have this open just to have a little more headspace and a little more openness as you walk down the hallway. But we decided that it would make the most sense to put another set of cabinets right up in here that go flush against where the fridge is as well. We still get that streamlined look, but also this is gonna add a lot more storage. It's much deeper storage than what we have above the kitchen. So again, a baby mod, but also a general storage mod we've been working on.
So one of the other big projects that Kyle has been working on is building all of the cabinet doors. They're looking really good so far. They are like a 1/2-inch plywood. We kind of rounded the corners a little bit just to make them look a little bit more professional and less DIY.
For some reason the square ones looked a little more unfinished. I don't know why that is.
I think it's because we didn't create like a traditional cabinet style door. We wanted something really sleek and just streamlined, kind of like the rest of the Airstream. And they aren't actually that heavy. We are looking into hinges right now. I want kind of like those hinges you see in most RVs that have that tension spring in it, so that when you open it up, it stays open. And then you have to use a little bit more force to get it to close, but so you just don't have to hold it open while you're trying to get stuff out of there.
And we're also experimenting with different ways to lock these once they're shut so they don't fly open during travel day. One way we found is that they have 40-pound magnets, and they don't weigh 40 pounds, they hold 40 pounds worth of weight. And I feel like if we use 2 of those, and that held 80 pounds, we'd be in good shape.
Yeah, and we can experiment with the hinges too. If the spring is strong enough in those, we might not even need the magnet.
Yeah, totally. So this is the door I'm building right here. It is made of 1/8-inch plywood on either side, and then inside here there is framing that supports it. It's made out of pretty thin wood. I'll show you what I'm working with on the frame, one sec. So this is a lightweight wood that the frame is made out of. I'm just ripping this down, so it's just under a 1/2 inch, and I'm sticking that in here, so a total width of a 1/2 inch right here, same as the plywood once it's all stacked up on each other. But there are obviously the frame and then cross beams that give it structure as well. Right now, I mean, it's amazing that the 1/8-inch plywood can be made so firm once this frame is in place, because this is very straight, has a lot of structural integrity to it. So now I just gotta wait about 24 hours and let this wood glue dry and see what we're working with. And then I'll finish it with a nice piece of framing around it to make it look, you know, not amateur. And I think we'll be having a pretty good closet door that weighs half as much as that piece of plywood.
So another thing we're looking forward to getting very soon is the rock guards for the windows on the front. That is something that we knew we were definitely going to have before we hit the road, because it's really difficult to replace some of these corner windows on the wraparound. So we actually are ordering the rock guards from Inland RV. I think that should be in the process here in the next few weeks, and hopefully we can get them installed really soon, but I guess we'll paint the trailer first before we actually put those on. The one thing about these window guards for the minuets though is they don't fit exactly right, because the minuets are a little bit narrower, so the middle panel has to be modified. You have to take the framing off and cut part of it off and then reassemble it, and it's kind of nerve-wracking because it's an expensive piece. I think they're about like $1,000 for the set, so it's kind of nerve-wracking when you spend that much money to then cut it up and then try to put it back together the correct way. But that's just something that has to happen. We've seen some different plans and people who have done it before, and it seems easy enough.
One of the cool things about making the frame and so many of the other pieces on the Airstream is that David, our friend who owns this shop here, taught us how to plane all of our own wood so we can make all the wood the exact custom size we need. So every single piece of framing inside of the Airstream was made custom from raw wood that we planed down and ripped to the exact size we needed. It's not a big detail that, you know, is gonna impress a lot of people, but it's just a little fun fact about how we touched so many parts of the Airstream and made it to the exact specs as we needed for that, for the custom rig. So coming back inside the camper, I forgot to show you earlier, as I showed you the cabinets and cabinet doors we're working on, we're also now framing out the inside of the kit underneath the kitchen counter. We're doing this framing so we can then build drawers that slide out, making sure everything's lined up perfectly. So probably Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week, I'll be getting all these shelves built and installed, and once that happens, everything should be close to functional as far as cabinets, closets, and drawers. Super exciting. It'll really finish this off inside here. And once we finish all that, then we'll probably put the floor down. We've been putting it off for a while because we didn't want to run all the traffic in and out as we're still doing these pretty big construction projects. But this should be the last of the construction that's really going on in the camper. After that, we'll be good to go to work on the finishing details. All right, so that is the progress we've had in the last week or so. Thank you for watching today, and remember, we are having a Vibin weekend event where we're going to be revealing this Argosy to the Vibe Tribe. It's going to be a small group event so everyone can have individual tours and get a lot of hands-on experience. We're going to be doing an education part at the beginning of the day, talking about boondocking and renovation tips. Then we'll be having a waterfront lunch and including the Airstream walkthrough. And to wrap up that Vibin weekend event, we're going to have a full band Drivin and Vibin show. I'll drop a link in the bio if you want to come. It's here in South Alabama. But this is the progress. I can't wait till next week to show you the progress that we make this week, because everything's going to be looking so much more finished. Every day I work on it, it looks more complete. So only good thoughts and feelings from here on out on the Airstream. The light is at the end of the tunnel. Thank you guys for watching today. We'll see y'all next time.